4th grade. We are ready for language lesson 163. We're going to start off this morning again with talking about agreement of subjects and verbs. So, you tell me, what is agreement of subjects and verbs? What do we mean by that? Agreement of subjects and verbs is when you have a singular verb, you should have a singular, when you have a singular subject, you should have a singular verb. When you have a plural subject, you should have a plural verb. So how can you tell if your verb and subject are singular or plural? So we know for our subjects, a word like dog, as I've said many times before, if it's plural, it ends in S. A lot of subjects, if they're plural, they end in S. Dogs. If it is singular, it does not end in S most times. Dog. Now, verbs are the opposite of that. Plural verbs most times do not end in S. Singular verbs, most times they do end in S. So remember that. We're going to go over some more of our troublesome words and using them correctly. So let's just go over this list here. Look carefully on the board as I talk about them, because many of them, like accept and accept, for example, sound exactly the same but are spelled differently. So watch as I talk about these different words. So we've talked about how accept and accept. The first accept is a verb, and it means to receive or to agree to. Now, this accept is a preposition, and it means excluding. So an example of accept is he accepted her invitation. The excluding kind of accept, an example of that would be everyone except Alex won a prize. Now, affect and effect, going over the word affect, that one is the verb that means to influence something or to act upon. The noun affect is a result or consequence. So if we're talking about this word affect, an example would be the weather always affects her health. It has an influence on her health. Here, an example with this word would be, we could easily see the effects of the storm. And that's like a result. What happened because the storm came. So that's an effect. Then we have beside. Now, beside is by the side of or next to something. For example, I sat beside her at school. Now, this word besides means in addition to. So Jack has several books besides this one. In addition to. Between is a word that we use when we're talking about two people or things. Jared and I had $3 between us. Now, we use among if we're talking about three or more people or things. The sickness spread among the townspeople. Now, burst and bust, just a reminder in your book, do not use bust or busted when you should use burst. Okay, so if you want to say that the balloon burst, do not say it busted. Next of all, have and of. You should not use of after, okay, so of is a preposition, and you should not just use it after have, after the helping verb, or for the helping verb have. You should not say, I could have gone to school today. You should say, I could have gone to school today. So don't use of instead of have. If you want to say, I could have gone to school, do not say, I could have gone to school. That's incorrect. Less is when we're talking about something that cannot be counted, like less flour or less air. Fewer is when we're talking about something that you can count. She used fewer eggs in the pie than in the cake. Off of and off, you do not need to use off of. If you're saying get off of the counter, you do not need to say off of. Just say get off the counter, please. Something like that. To and. Never use and for to after the word try. So if you're trying to say try to remember my birthday, don't say try and remember my birthday. That's incorrect. Wait on and wait for. Wait on means to serve. Wait for means to wait for. Okay? So if you're talking about waiting for someone, don't say wait on, because wait on is when you're serving someone. When the waitress comes and waits on you at your table, or serves you at your table, she's waiting on you. But if your brother you're going to go to the store and he forgot to get his jacket when inside, you're waiting for him, you're not waiting on him, okay? We have, for our lesson today, your homework is on page, let's see here, I just lost my page for a little bit. So on page 253, you have think B, write C, and remember D. Work those very carefully. You also have quiz 23 today. So ask your mom for your quiz from your folder, quiz 23. Make sure you get page 253 finished and ask for your quiz and work that very carefully. Do the best you can, take time to think through it, and do a good job. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening.